Now to the cackling witch herself, Joy Behar from The View, whose jealousy is something to behold.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Here is Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
Joy Behar's sudden departure from The View has sent shockwaves through the media world, leaving fans, critics, and even her co-hosts in a state of disbelief. Known for her unfiltered opinions and often controversial remarks, Behar has weathered many storms over the years. Yet this time, it seems the latest scandal may have pushed things too far. While ABC has stayed tight-lipped about the specifics surrounding her exit, speculation is growing that legal troubles played a significant role in her downfall. With Karoliine Leavitt's defamation lawsuit looming in the background, many are questioning whether this legal battle was the final straw that led the network to sever ties with the outspoken panelist. The controversy began when Behar made a comment about Karoline Leavitt, Donald Trump's press secretary, that was widely condemned as both inappropriate and hypocritical.
Ever-empowering feminist Joy herself, everyone, and this is why, of course, she's on The View and not working for the most powerful man in the world.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald...
During a View segment, Behar suggested that Leavitt's political appointment wasn't based on her professional expertise, but rather because, in Trump's eyes, she was physically attractive. The remark immediately drew gasps from the audience, and her co-hosts appeared momentarily stunned. Social media backlash was swift and intense, with critics across the political spectrum accusing Behar of reducing a woman in politics to nothing more than her appearance. For years, Behar has been a staunch advocate for women's rights, calling out sexism in politics, media, and entertainment.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Here is Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because she's hot.
Her history of championing feminism made her comment even more jarring to many, especially when it contradicted her own beliefs about women's empowerment. The backlash was immediate. Hashtags like #CancelJoyBehar and #FireJoyBehar began trending as outraged viewers voiced their dismay. Even some of Behar's most loyal fans struggled to defend her this time, expressing disappointment over what they saw as a dismissive and degrading remark. Rather than immediately addressing the growing controversy, Behar appeared unfazed, brushing off the criticism as if it were just another momentary media storm. However, things quickly escalated when Karoline Leavitt decided to take legal action.
Because Karoline would wipe the floor with you bitter banshees any day.
How well you can do your job, and the American people agree with that sentiment. So it's about competence, skill, and merit.
Instead of simply condemning Behar's comments in a public statement, Leavitt filed a lawsuit accusing Behar of defamation. Legal experts suggest that Leavitt's lawsuit goes beyond just offensive remarks. It claims that Behar's comments damaged Leavitt's professional reputation, and the lawsuit even alleges that Behar made the statements with malicious intent to undermine Leavitt's credibility. As the lawsuit moved forward, ABC found itself in a difficult position. While the network had supported Behar through past controversies, this legal battle brought new concerns.
The president is focused on ensuring that the most competent individuals, the best and the brightest in this country, are in positions in this.
Executives at ABC reportedly held emergency meetings to figure out how to handle the situation. If they stood by Behar, they risked a protracted legal fight that could tarnish their reputation. If they chose to cut ties with her, they would lose one of The View's most iconic and outspoken voices. Behind the scenes, tensions were reportedly at an all-time high, with staff divided on whether Behar had finally crossed a line that even her loyal following couldn't justify. reports suggest that discussions were already taking place about potential consequences, ranging from a suspension to requiring a public apology, or in the most drastic move, forcing Behar to step down.
Joy Behar may have your jobs because of wokeness, but do not smear a competent professional woman like Karoline Leavitt.
What might have started as a temporary media firestorm was quickly escalating into a full-blown crisis for ABC. Then came the bombshell announcement Joy Behar was leaving The View. ABC's official statement was vague, simply stating that Behar had decided to step away. However, the timing, coming so soon after Leavitt's lawsuit was filed, has led many to believe that Behar's departure wasn't entirely voluntary.
With your nonsense, and don't lie about this being her first job. We know what you're doing there.
Many now suspect that ABC executives made the decision behind closed doors, acknowledging that the lawsuit combined with mounting public backlash made her presence on the show unsustainable. Reactions to her exit have been mixed. Some viewers have celebrated her departure, arguing that Behar had long been given a free pass for her controversial remarks, and that it was time for her to face the consequences. Others feel that ABC caved to pressure, removing one of the show's most outspoken personalities due to political backlash. This debate has sparked a heated discussion about cancel culture, free speech, and whether Behar was unfairly targeted for her opinions. With Behar gone, questions are now swirling about the future of The View. Will the network replace her with another fiery personality? Who could fill the void left by Behar's departure? And will the lawsuit against Behar continue now that she's no longer on the show?
The fact that Democrats have been labeling President Trump a to democracy for the better half of 10 years. Let's talk about how they have compared him to one of the worst mass in the history of the world, and that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden weaponized the court system and the justice system in this country against Donald Trump in an attempt to imprison him. He sat through a courthouse for 7 weeks this past year, and the Democrats were hoping he would go to jail for it. That is real political that has led to two heinous attempts on President Trump's life that, by the grace of God, he was able to escape, and he is here with us today. So yes, President Trump knows a little bit about political because he's experienced it himself. And talking about the tragic realities of war that Liz Cheney and her father Dick Cheney have got this country into is not political. It's talking about the reality of the foreign conflicts that the Washington, D.C. establishment have sold out young Americans to for decades.
Some speculate that ABC may try to settle with Leavitt to avoid further legal headaches, while others wonder if the case will proceed to court, further damaging the network's public image. The implications of this controversy extend far beyond The View. It raises important questions about the accountability of media personalities and the consequences they face when their remarks spark public outrage. Can talk show hosts continue to make inflammatory statements without facing consequences? Does Behar's departure signal a shift in how networks handle outspoken personalities, especially when legal issues come into play? And will this case set a precedent for how defamation lawsuits impact public figures in the entertainment world? For her part, Behar has remained largely silent since her exit, leaving fans and critics alike wondering what her next move will be. Some believe she will eventually address the situation, either defending her remarks or offering an explanation for her departure. Others think she may quietly retreat from the spotlight to protect her legacy. Whether Behar will return to television remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: her sudden departure marks the end of an era for The View. As ABC grapples with the fallout from this controversy, the network faces some tough decisions. Whether they revamp the show, replace Behar with another bold personality, or take a more cautious approach moving forward, one thing is certain: The View will never be quite the same, and viewers too will have to decide whether they can continue to trust a show that has lost one of its most polarizing figures. So, what do you think? Was Joy Behar's departure justified, or was she unfairly targeted? Will The View be able to recover, or is this the beginning of a new chapter for the talk show? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on this ongoing media firestorm. This story is still unfolding, and you won't want to miss the next big development. Stay tuned.